Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Exploring Photography right here on Adorama TV. I'm Mark Wallace and I'm joined by Amy. We are in Cape Town, South Africa. And Amy is a fantastic model, and I want to shoot some pictures of her next to this lake here at the golden hour. Unfortunately, Amy can't stick around that long. She's got places to be and things to do, and I'm supposed to be doing a meetup tonight, and so we can't actually shoot at the golden hour, but we can fake it. And we're going to fake it using two things. The first is a variable neutral density filter on the end of my lens. Now, I did an episode about this with my niece in Cusco, Peru, about shooting with a variable neutral density filter, so you can shoot with a wide open aperture. And we're going to shoot around 1.4 to 2.8, something like that, because we want this background to sort of go into that dreamy bokeh feel, sort of mushy feel back there, and focus all of our attention on Amy. But what I also want is I want it to look like the sun is low in the sky. Right now, it's not low in the sky. It's right now 1:20 in the afternoon, and we have hard shadows. It's melting our eyes right now. It's really nasty. And so what we need to do is we need to take that sun and make it lower in the sky, and we're going to do that by using a studio strobe. This is a Profoto B2 head, and to make it look like it's golden hour, I'm going to put a gel on that flash. This is a CTO gel. It turns this into a 3200 Kelvin color temperature, and so my camera is actually going to have its white balance set to daylight, but we're going to be throwing tungsten colored light onto the back of Amy's head, and all of that combined, the shallow depth of field, the fake golden light, we're going to do all of that. We're going to get a lens flare by having this come into our camera's lens, the angle, and we're going to fake a golden hour shoot. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to throw this onto my studio head, and Amy, you can close your eyes because I know it is so bright out here, and we've got a white building behind us that you can't see, but yeah, we're crying because it's so bright. And I need to walk you through how I'm metering all of this stuff. This strobe right here, I just have it on full power. I'm just going to let it go. And so it's going to throw this golden light onto the back of Amy's hair and onto her shoulders. And it's actually going to overexpose a little bit. So we're going to get that. The other thing I'm doing is I'm going to try to expose for her face. But I'm actually going to overexpose just a tiny bit. And so the way that I'm doing that is I'm going to put my aperture on f2. I think I'll start at f2.8. And then I'm just going to dial my variable neutral density filter so my camera's built-in meter, the TTL metering, tells me that I'm just about a stop overexposed, maybe half a stop, just slightly overexposed. And then that makes sure that we have this angelic look on her face, and the background is going to fall away. So that's all there is to it. Neutral density filter, a CTO gel, color temperature orange is a good way to remember that. A nice strobe, full blast. And then we're going to shoot into that light. All right, now we're going to start shooting. Let me walk you through exactly what's happening. My lens is at 2.8. My studio strobe is at full blast with the gel. And so now the first thing I need to do is focus on Amy. And you can close your eyes if you need to, because I want to make sure that I get all my exposure and everything set. And now I'm going to roll my neutral density filter so I get that underexposed reading on the natural light. And kaplammy! We're going to shoot just a couple more. Now the thing that's sort of interesting and difficult about this, if I'm shooting at 2.8 or 1.2, notice how Amy's moving about just a little bit. It's really easy for things to fall out of focus. And so you might want to use a tripod and maybe get something to lock your model down if possible, or use continuous autofocus if you've got a camera that does that. And so we're going to shoot just a few more, and then we'll show you the results. Now the other thing to note is this right here, this light stand. I have to be really careful about my angle, because if I get it wrong, I'm going to have that light stand in the middle of the shot. I'll have to Photoshop that out. But if I do it just right, I'll still get the effects of the light without having to worry about doing all that post-production. Well, we were able to shoot in the golden hour even though it didn't exist. And as Amy pointed out, if you don't have the light that you want, you can always make it if you have the proper tools. And remember, we had a variable neutral density filter. We had just a normal orange gel on a flash. Now I have to point out, you can use just about any orange gel, any kind of gel that converts daylight to tungsten. That's what this is. And so you can have something on a speed light, you have something on a studio strobe. It doesn't really matter. The point is to have something that throws that golden light. Make sure it's down low so it comes in, gives us a little bit of lens flare, and then you can have that amazing thing. The other thing that we had to battle with on the front of Amy's shoulders here, if you move your hair just a little bit, we were having light coming in from behind, and it was giving away the illusion of golden hour because the shadows weren't matching what we were getting with this. So just make sure you're paying attention to the shadows that are falling on your subject so that when you show that picture, people don't go, that's not golden hour, that's something else. That's all there is to it. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to check out the Adorama Learning Center. It's absolutely free. And subscribe to Adorama TV. I did it. Did you do it? Yeah, you did it.
Of course I did.
Okay, and we will see you again next time.